play tennis, I shout out the score loudly at the end of each point, though for some reason I've never quite grasped. Very few male tennis players do this. It's as if it's not really a cool thing to do. However, the reason I do it is that if I don't, I soon find myself losing track of the score. And being British, I have to give my opponent the benefit of the doubt. So I find myself giving points away when I strongly suspect that my opponent is just taking advantage of my poor short-term memory. The interesting point here is that as long as I call out the score, I never lose track. And that's because my audio memory seems to work pretty much faultlessly. If the score is ever disputed, I simply replay the sound in my head of the last score I heard myself shout out. And I strongly suspect that this is the case with most of us, that we have an infallible ability to recall sounds. It's just that we don't often have cause to put this ability to use. So for some of us it comes as quite a surprise to discover just how good our ability to do this is. Back to learning songs. We've looked at reading as a way of learning chord sequences, and in the last soundbite we discussed memorising using thought processes that involve some sort of pattern recognition. Now let's look at developing the art of learning chord sequences by ear. Here are 6 chord shapes, commonly used in the kind of songs that are popular with beginners on the guitar. Play through these a few times, and as you play them, listen carefully to the sound of each chord. Individual chords played on the guitar each have their own characteristics, but each of us has a different way of hearing these characteristics. So when I play this G chord on the guitar, I might describe it as having a full sound, a happy sound, and it reminds me of a bright green colour for some reason. But you, on the other hand, maybe you hear it as strident, triumphant sounding, sort of mustard yellow colour. It doesn't matter really how you describe it, it's the process of making the effort to describe the sound that focuses our attention on the individual sound of each chord and actually enhances our perception of that sound. So take a bit of time with this. Pause the video and play each of the 5 chords shown and decide how each sounds to you. Ideally, write down your description of each chord. Okay, so now let's have a bit of a game with this. I'm going to play a series of 4 chord sequences, each 4 bars long, and each using some of the chords that we've just been looking at. All I want you to do is listen carefully to each 4-bar sequence once, and then immediately have a go at copying it. I'll then repeat the sequence for you to check. If you don't think you nailed it, rewind the video and try again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. 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 How did that go? Whenever you're learning a new song, you can help yourself further develop this ability by always trying to hear the next chord in your head and then going for whatever you think it might be. To begin with, you may find that you make quite a few mistakes with this, but it's important not to let that discourage you. By continually trying this, with practice, you'll find that both your confidence and your accuracy will improve. In the next soundbite, the last in this mini-series, we'll take a look at the most advanced method of learning a song, learning by understanding. If you found this little video interesting, please click on the like button if there is one, or leave a comment, and do feel free to share the video with your friends. And if you'd like to gain full access to all our guitar teaching materials, please visit the Secret Guitar Teacher site and take a free look round at what's available there. See you again soon.